Thank you, Darren. Brian, thank you for your participation. Would you like to share with us about your views in that DTM that you're planning? You have notable accomplishment, DTM this spring, going to Paris in May 08. I thought DTM in Paris.
Thank you, Robbie. I did achieve my DTM award, so that was something I was happy to achieve. And next Wednesday, my wife and I are going to fly to Paris, France. We've never been there. And that will be 35 years to the day that we had met. So I get points for this.
You take me to Paris, I'll give you points too.
I'll give it some consideration.
We'll give you points.
Those aren't mileage points. But I hope to do more with Toastmasters, and it's just a journey that never stops. I'm going to keep working hard and helping out the district, and I'm happy to participate in this contest tonight. And it's been a lot of fun. It's always great people to compete with. I really appreciate hearing what they have to say, and I learn from everybody I have contact with.
Would you like to share with us something about harvested 9 foot 10 inches Kodiak brown bear, and etc.?
We are a hunting family in my household, not a black belt family. But last fall, I had the wonderful privilege of traveling to Alaska, to Kodiak Island, where I had the joy of harvesting a 9 foot 10 inch Kodiak brown bear, which now stands all 9 feet 10 inches in my living room. Now, for 34 years, I've told my husband to be careful, to beware, to don't mess with me, because he's the one who taught me how to shoot poorly. So it would not be a quick, clean kill. Now, with a 9 foot 10 inch brown bear in the living room, he's starting to listen. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you. Would you like to share with us the Spirit of Jack Award?
Yes, thank you, Robbie. Most of you don't know that for the past 5 years, I was struggling being a business analyst contractor, which means I would get the job done, and then I would be put out to pasture. My wife, God bless her, stuck by me. Well, I also participated over at St. Andrew's Lutheran Church, and they noticed how, even though I was looking for work, I was helping others. Toastmasters really helps you how to interview, how to prepare. Well, the Spirit of Jack Award at St. Andrew's was when they started their job enrichment program, was started by 6 gentlemen who all were out of work at one time. One of the gentlemen did not find work within a matter of months. What he found was he had throat cancer. He lost a portion of his jaw. He lost a portion of his tongue. But he still helped people find work. The Spirit of Jack Award at St. Andrew's Lutheran Church was in honor of this gentleman. They give it to one person every year. This being the 11th year following his passing, I was granted that award. So no matter, even though I'm loyal to Toastmasters, and I see those awards as they come, I just earned my Advanced Leader Bronze this past weekend. I still say that award means an awful lot to me, just because of the effort that went behind it. And I truly give thanks to Toastmasters for giving me the strength to be able to help others. That's why I got my work where I do now. I work at U.S. Bank Corporate Trust, and it's because I'm a Toastmaster that they keep me.
You have lots of interests listed here. Skiing, hockey, photography, speaking. But I would like to ask you something about the book you have just published.
Well, Mr. Ray, it is not
It is not a lie. I have published a book. It is called Becoming Beautiful. What you do not know about me is I was addicted to crystal meth. I was able to turn my life around, and now I serve as a youth minister. So my goal for joining Toastmasters was to be able to learn to speak well enough to be able to tell that story to teenagers and people who needed to hear it most, so that hopefully I could leave an imprint, just like Bruce's story does, on people, giving them hope to know that they can change their life too.
I have something circled here, and I'm going to really try hard to read. What sport and who do you love to watch and why?
That's a tough one. What I really like to watch, my favorite sport, is the one that is currently on with the finals. Now that can be my favorite sport in November, December, usually January when football, Super Bowl comes up, is a pretty big one. Right now in April, when basketball comes up, that's my favorite sport right now. And soon, it will probably be baseball. I just enjoy watching the athletic ability, which I have not actually had a lot of in my life where I could do those things and accomplish them. So I enjoy watching others do it, and it's always fun to watch a final and know that you're watching the best of the best, no matter what kind of an athletic sport it is.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for participation. Do we have the music for him to do the Scottish? I know Dan, he does a wonderful Scottish dance, right?
That's right. I'm not dressed for it, though, at this time.
You started a Toastmaster club, but there is something about unplanned retirement. What's that?
Oh, yes, Mr. Toastmaster of the Night. I have my own business where I do contract hauling, and I had two large accounts where I would haul boxes from the liquor stores back to the warehouse. And one of the warehouses was getting too many boxes, so they decided to buy an automatic box maker, so I was outsourced. And a rival warehouse was not getting enough boxes, and they decided to buy an automatic box maker also. So I've had an unplanned retirement. I still have some work, but for the most part, I just live Toastmasters all the time. Not by choice, not my first choice.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you for participation. There are a couple of things, and I want to really know, I think everybody wants to know about the first and the second. Well, let's start with 1990 Miss Minnesota Top 10 finalists. Can you share something about that?
Yes, Mr. Toastmaster, I'm very happy to. I competed twice in the preliminary contest for Miss Coon Rapids, once in 1988, where I was honored with the award of Miss Congeniality, and then competed again in 1989. And when they announced that I won Miss Congeniality again, I thought that had been the biggest curse, because everybody knows Miss Congeniality never wins the beauty pageant. Well, in 1989, not only did I win Miss Congeniality a second time in a row, I won the title of Miss Coon Rapids and competed in the 1990 Miss Minnesota pageant in the scholarship program and placed as a top 10 semifinalist and paid for my bachelor's education through the scholastic programs.
I do want to mention that Vaishali also placed second in TV game show Wheel of Fortune.
I auditioned for the Wheel of Fortune program when I was living in Arkansas. There was an audition for about 3,000 people in Little Rock, Arkansas, and only 150 names would be drawn for a chance to audition. It was a very lengthy process that involved tests and figuring puzzles and interviews There were 2 or 3 different levels of competition before you finally got the notice that you even made it on the show. Then I competed August 27th of 2004, flew out to LA, all at my own expense. I won 2nd place, and I won $7,700 all cash, but by the time I paid California tax, federal tax, Minnesota tax, and all of my own expenses, it came out to an award of only $1,500.
Thank you very much. The winners of this evening, all of them, I really appreciate their participation.